Nobody can deny, that almost $18 billion is a lot of money, and there are some really good things in here.
The government has said they will commit to a mandated minimum staffing standard of mandated minimum care minutes.
And they're going to have to be on duty 18 hours per day. That previously they didn't have that.
Well, I'm certainly concerned. We've had the biggest financial shock that the sector has ever experienced. We are in real trouble, and in many respects, with the borders seemingly to be closed for even longer than I think many of us thought. I think the budget is going to have to, be reconsidered in the coming months and year, because otherwise Australia is going to really be left behind.
I think the government's really listened from the Prime Minister down to the idea that we've got to create structures in the community where people live. This investment of new money for Headspace is incredibly important and timely, and we're very grateful to the government for that support and that confidence. And young people will benefit all around Australia over the coming months.
The budget, we believe, was a missed opportunity for Australia to become a global clean energy powerhouse. We have abundant natural energy, we have the skills, we have the technology. What we are lacking here is the investment and the infrastructure.
We are really welcoming this important new investment in these critical care services areas: aged care, mental health, childcare, family and domestic violence.
Childcare, decades, but they've been talking about the lack of childcare and provision of it. So whilst it's a lot of money in dollars, some of it is way too late.
Many people have just been left behind, people on the lowest income. So tax cuts don't help the bottom 30% of households. That's the reality. People don't earn enough to even qualify for a tax cut. So on JobSeeker, it's still $44 a day. It needs to be fixed. It needs to be increased to at least $65 per day.
The skills stuff is fantastic. It's a huge package, and we've got to sustain that and continue to reform our skills system so that we get people into those high skilled jobs.
It provides us stability as well in order to carry out our expansion plans and incentivises our industry to continue to invest.
That skilled migration intake is incredibly important for Australian business, for Australian economy, for Australian society.
The government hasn't done a lot in this budget to address structural issues in the labour market, very little reform from that perspective. And so I think businesses will be struggling for some time to come with those labour shortages.
We are going to have to carefully and gradually get our international border open through starting with international students and then moving to skilled migration, because if we don't, we will not attract those big international companies coming and setting up their manufacturing, their IT systems in this country, which they regard as a safe place to do business.